The chair of the Party for Justice, Integrity and Unity has asked the president to convene the National Security Council on the issue of Greek funding for Albanian portals and journalists, saying the prosecution should launch investigations. The Democratic Party, through MP Genti Strazimiri, has raised allegations that police vetting has ceased as, according to him, the verifications show that 534 senior leaders have relations to the communist state security. Frattini, the former Italian Minister of Foreign Affairs, was received by Mayor Veliaj, returning to Tirana after 5 years. He noted that the city now has better and cleaner roads than Rome. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Saturday the 20th of October 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country translated into English. The chair of the Party for Justice, Integrity and Unity, Idrizi, has described the funding of portals and journalists in Albania by the Greek state a national scandal. Idrizi has asked the President of the Republic to convene the National Security Council. Today, we are in a national emergency under heavy charges of national treason. Under these conditions, we urge the President to immediately collect the National Security Council and set up all law enforcement agencies to investigate and put in jail those who have received money. In just 1 month, over €1 million have been handed over, but how much will this amount to after several years? We urgently ask the prosecution to investigate portals, newspapers, television and businessmen MDOs that are funded by the secret black funds, the Greek Foreign Ministry, the Greek Defence Ministry and the Greek Secret Services. What are they investing in? At what price? What are the attitudes held by these media? Which persons are personally implicated in these operations? Challenged Idrizi. Also, the chair of the Party for Justice, Integrity and Unity called on the prosecution not to be silent and to investigate where and how the Greek partnerships have occurred in our country. Idrizi stated that Greece's role through portal and journalistic funding in Albania was intended to influence the Chum issue and the Sea Agreement. The political struggles of flinging accusations and allegations is impacting the prosecution and the courts, increasing the volume of work of these two institutions. In less than 40 days, the chair of the parliamentary group of the Socialist Party, Talon Bala, has raised 4 separate cases in the prosecution, indicting opposition chair Lulzim Basha, as well as several other MPs and democratic officials. Accused of defamation, the charges relate to 3 moments of political debate, the seizure of about €4.5 million from the Toyota Yaris at the port of Durrës, and the violence against Gisela Maloku, and connections to convicted drug trafficker Edmond Bego. The Democrats have accused Talon Bala of being involved in these issues, remarks which he has evaluated as libelous and as such has requested the matter appear before justice institutions. The Democratic Party have not been so denunciation happy, reiterating their beliefs that the prosecution is in the hands of the majority and such acts would be simply frivolous. Though they haven't been completely absent either, joining forces with the Socialist Movement for Integration to accuse the Prime Minister in 2 separate instances, the first relating to the Babale case and the second to Gisela Maloku. In both reports, Rama is charged with concealment of evidence, false denunciation and obstruction of justice. It seems that the issues will not be finalised here and the prosecution will have to set up a special working group to handle the tasks. With the public announcement of the anti-defamation package, it seems the Socialists seek to ensure that the justice organs review all potential cases of defamation. Furthermore, seemingly anyone, be they journalist, politician or average citizen, who accuses the Prime Minister of corruption or connections with crime may also find themselves a target of the package. The Democratic Party has denounced what they believe constitutes a scandal in the state police. MP Genti Strazimiri says that the vetting of police has in fact been terminated as the verifications revealed 534 senior executives have had connections with the former communist state security. Democrat MP Genti Strazimiri says the Interior Ministry is hiding the scandal. One of the criteria for assessing the figure of any police or guard employee is related to any past relations with the state security, which is required to be declared on a separate form. By verifying the forms, the dossier authority found that the top echelon of the state police consists of individuals who are closely associated with the most bloody communist organisation, the state security. The scandal is being kept secret by Interior Minister Fatmir Jafai, a former investigator of the dictatorship regime, but there is trace evidence of this scandal left in the offices of the dossier authority, explained Genti Strazimiri. The Democratic Party called on the dossier authority to publish the list of persons who have been assessed as having ties with the former communist state security. Democratic Party MP Yorida Tabaku reacted to the high fuel price, pointing out that today anyone who has a car pays for the most expensive oil in the region but gets the poorest quality. In giving an explanation as to why this is, Yorida Tabaku depicted the situation of a car being supplied with 20 litres of diesel at a cost of approximately 3,680 lek, of which 2,208 lek, or 60% of the value, goes to the state in the form of taxes or tariffs. Further, she says the oil price increase is not only a result of rising stock prices, but is a personal investment of the government, which by imposing a variety of taxes and raising other tariffs. Such taxes and tariffs have caused the current situation Albanian citizens are facing, in which they are paying more for their fuel than even residents of Switzerland. The abandoned Vernik village in the district of Devol, while around 400 residents lived there, only 30 of them remain today. The minority village lives as a medieval one. The state of affairs is almost zero. Although located just a few miles from the city, investments do not exist anywhere. Residents who hold both Bulgarian, Albanian citizenship are indignant. As one was travel to the area to look closely at the situation where they live, one would find it difficult because of the degraded infrastructure. The road is almost impassable. An Aura News journalist did arrive in the village to speak with the residents. The first inhabitant encountered expressed great concern over the state of the village conditions and lack of state support. They say political leaders only acknowledge them during campaign time. More and more residents are choosing abandonment and say it's because there is simply no investment and no employment available. Only the elder generation can be found, as all young people have emigrated to Europe. They threaten to boycott the elections, as they say they will seek to be recognised as Bulgarian citizens because the Albanian state, for them, does not exist. The lack of infrastructure or any other vital service is also accepted by the mayor of Devoli. Veliaj Nalbati says that he is cooperating with the Bulgarian embassy to make investments, a project that is expected to be designed in contrast to investment solutions by the Albanian government that are yet to receive the green light. The village of Vernik is threatened to become a ghost town after decades without investments and little opportunity for the residents who are abandoning the village in droves. During a visit to the regional hospital of Fier, Prime Minister Edi Rama admitted that there is still work to be done in the healthcare system. Rama also spoke about raising salaries for employees within the health system from April next year. Of course, there are people who stain their uniforms, as it were, dirtying the white blouse, but most are not exactly the same. With the draft budget, we will make another substantial salary increase for nurses and doctors, said Edi Rama. Under the framework of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the head of the government urged all women and girls to undergo early examinations in order to avoid serious illnesses and to detect tumours in a timely manner. We must do our best to raise awareness among women and girls to make this examination early so that they are not forced to go through even worse processes, said Edi Rama. In Fier, the regional hospital has seen the addition of patient services provided through technological apparatuses. During 2018, around €1 million was invested in contemporary examinations and intervention facilities for each medical cabinet, serving the 300,000 residents of this district. Former Italian Foreign Minister Franco Frattini was received in a meeting by the Mayor of Tirana, Veliaj. Frattini and Veliaj praised the excellent relations between the two countries and people. I was here for the last time in 2013, and today I found a more beautiful and cleaner city, and above all with wonderful roads, much better than those we have in Rome, which are just full of potholes. Please, Mr. Mayor, come to Rome and tell us how to work properly, cheeked Franco Frattini. I am very happy today that I met with an honorary citizen of Tirana, the great Franco Frattini. There is extraordinary gratitude for what he has done for our country and our city. His authority in the European Union for visa liberalisation is the main reason that many of us today are not in the queue of embassies, instead able to travel freely, said Veliaj. Meanwhile, Frattini added that Europe is the ultimate destination for Albanians and expressed the belief that soon Albania will be the newest member of the European Union. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and have a lovely weekend.